In a dominant display at the Santiago Bernabéu, Barcelona cruised to a stunning 4-0 victory over Real Madrid. This decisive win was not just another victory in the books, it was a showcase of Barcelona's youth talent, with 6 players from the club's renowned La Masia academy starting on the pitch. Hansi Flick's tactical plan effectively dismantled Real Madrid's usual strengths, giving fans a glimpse of what Barcelona's future could look like. The Spanish government, La Liga and Real Madrid reacted strongly on Sunday after racist insults were allegedly directed at Barcelona players during Saturday's match at the Santiago Bernabéu. Spanish media reported that the 17-year-old Barcelona forward Lamine Yamal, who is of Equatorial Guinean and Moroccan heritage, was targeted with xenophobic and racist abuse. Barcelona beat arch-rivals Real 4-0 with Lamine Yamal among the scorers. The Spanish Supreme Sports Council (CSD) released a statement condemning racist incidents during the Clasico and will meet on Monday to discuss the case. Speaking on ESPN FC, Craig Burley effectively blasted Real Madrid for having ripped up the blueprint of their double-winning side to fit Mbappé in. Burley said, "When somebody's getting caught offside as much as that, and we've talked about it all game, ridiculous in the end. Ridiculous. To continue to be in offside positions, when you have that level of understanding of the game and experience. He wasn't the only one, but the biggest culprit. I suppose at Real Madrid it's happened a lot. You sign these Galacticos, these big stars, you've got to sort of find a way to get it right. But they've basically taken, again, another side that was fluid and very successful and ripped up that blueprint and moved a load of people around to try and make it work for Kylian Mbappé. And yes, they're only a few points behind, but we've seen all the performances, we've seen the games. Thus far, it is not working." The best player in soccer will receive the 2024 Ballon d'Or in a prestigious ceremony set in Paris. Predicting the winner of the Ballon d'Or used to mean choosing between Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. For the first time since 2003, though, neither of the sport's greatest players of all time were nominated for the award. Instead, a new winner will be crowned come Monday, October 28. Vinicius Jr. is the favorite to win the 2024 Ballon d'Or. The Brazilian was Real Madrid's best player in its successful La Liga and Champions League campaigns last season. Harry Kane scored his 15th goal of the season as Bayern Munich thumped rock-bottom Bochum 5-0 to go top of the Bundesliga table on goal difference. The Bavarians, who were looking to recover from their 4-1 thrashing by Barcelona in the UEFA Champions League on Wednesday, had to weather an early storm against the hosts. But they soon found their rhythm and took the lead on 16 minutes, courtesy of a deft free kick from Michael Olise on the edge of the box. The moment came after the fourth and final Barca goal, scored by Rafinha in the 84th minute. Ancelotti advanced towards the visitors' technical area, pointing and angrily gesticulating. It was hard to tell if his issue was with Flick himself, or with someone else on the Barcelona staff. After the match, the Italian coach said, "I didn't argue with Hansi Flick, I got angry with one of his staff. He made gestures towards our bench, he didn't act like a gentleman." Goals by Nicholas Jackson and Cole Palmer earned Chelsea a 2-1 home win over Newcastle United in the Premier League on Sunday in the latest sign of progress for the Blues under coach Enzo Maresca. Jackson rounded off a sweeping counterattack to give Chelsea the lead with his 6th goal of the season in the 18th minute, converting a perfect cross by Pedro Neto, who had been set free down the left wing by a pinpoint pass from Palmer. The home fans at Stamford Bridge roared their approval as the Londoners dominated Newcastle with their fast-passing game, a contrast to the frustrations of much of the past 2 years when Chelsea's expensively assembled squad struggled for form. Barcelona goalkeeper Wojciech Szczesny was caught on camera smoking in the dressing room after their 4-0 thumping of Real Madrid. La Blaugrana claimed major bragging rights over their La Liga rivals on Saturday evening, moving 6 points ahead of them at the top of the table after Robert Lewandowski brace and goals from Lamine Yamal and Rafinha gave them a comprehensive victory at the Santiago Bernabéu. Szczesny, who came out of retirement earlier this month to provide backup to Inaki Peña after Marc-André ter Stegen's season-ending knee injury, could be seen exhaling smoke in the background, presumably from a vape. Real Madrid have kick-started plans to replace manager Carlo Ancelotti after being left furious at their humiliating 4-0 defeat to bitter rivals Barcelona, with Xabi Alonso a top target. There is a feeling from the Madrid hierarchy that Ancelotti's reign could be exhausted despite winning La Liga and the Champions League last season. The report goes on, adding that President Florentino Perez has begun preparations to bring Alonso to the Bernabeu next season. Manchester United have parted ways with manager Erik ten Hag as of Monday lunchtime, and it is no surprise given their form that speculative shortlists have been drawn up to replace him. Former Barcelona legend and coach Xavi Hernandez continues to appear on them. Talk that the Catalan manager could take over at Old Trafford has persisted over recent months, and on Sunday, his wife Núria Cunillera posted a picture of Xavi with his children playing. His son, Dan, appears in none other than a Manchester United shirt. AC Milan are one of two Serie A clubs to have joined the race to offer Federico Chiesa an early escape route from Liverpool, a report has claimed. Chiesa has only played 3 times for Liverpool since becoming their main signing of the summer 2024 transfer window. Although competition for places is high in Liverpool's attack, it has led to some debates about the Italy international's future at Anfield. Tottenham youngster Mikey Moore has been handed his first start in the Premier League against Crystal Palace this afternoon. Moore, 17, impressed during Spurs' 1-0 victory against AZ Alkmaar in the Europa League in mid-week and has been rewarded with a spot in Ange Postecoglou's 11. His display on Thursday saw him likened to Neymar by his teammate James Maddison, while Postecoglou admitted it was hard to keep a lid on his talent. Liverpool's Mohamed Salah scored a late goal to secure a 2-2 draw against Arsenal at Emirates Stadium on Sunday. The result keeps Manchester City on top of the Premier League standings. Liverpool were on the brink of losing when Salah netted with 9 minutes left. Newcastle United manager Eddie Howe has responded to shock claims that Real Madrid could try to prize Sandro Tonali away from St James Park in 2025. A recent report from Milan Live, via Team Talk, claimed that Carlo Ancelotti was eyeing a move for the Italian as a successor to Toni Kroos, who retired from professional football after Euro 2024. Tonali became Newcastle's second most expensive signing of all time when he joined in a €64 million £53.3 million deal from AC Milan last year, but his first season at St James Park was curtailed by a 10-month betting ban. The midfielder returned to competitive action at the end of August, and he has quickly forced his way back into Eddie Howe's starting 11, featuring from the off in each of their last 3 Premier League matches. Anthony Taylor judged Arsenal defender Jakub Kiwior to have fouled Liverpool's Dominic Szoboszlai in the build-up to what would have been a late Gabriel Jesus winner on Sunday evening. Arsenal eventually had the ball in the net through Jesus after Kai Havertz found himself through on goal. Following the thrilling 4-4 draw between Inter and Juventus in the Derby d'Italia, Inter manager Simone Inzaghi shared his thoughts on the match in a post-game interview with Sky Sport. The high-scoring affair, while exciting for neutral fans, left Inzaghi visibly frustrated with his team's defensive performance. "I am very angry," Inzaghi began. "There's disappointment, and the 4 goals we conceded will be a subject of analysis. You can face 4 shots, but you can't concede 4 goals. Tonight, they should have conceded 7 or 8 goals, we should have made it 5-2. There's bitterness, and there were many sad faces at the end of the match." According to Caught Offside, the club have made a move to establish contact with one of those right-backs. It has been claimed that Red Bull Salzburg right-back Amar Dedic is a player the club admire and they are now in contact with his representatives. The 22-year-old Bosnian is an impressive young talent and has worked his way up Liverpool's shortlist with his performances in Austria this season. Liverpool have sought more information on the player and are putting in inquiries to check whether he will be available for a move in the upcoming windows. Manchester United youngster Alejandro Garnacho, who has chosen Vinicius as his pick for the Ballon d'Or. When asked by El Chiringuito TV to name his winner, the Argentine wonderkid did not hesitate before choosing the Brazilian winger as he said, "Vini." As mentioned earlier, Garnacho is one among a sea of supporters for the Real Madrid winger to realize his dream and win the Ballon d'Or this year.